Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the headphones and the sunglasses. I have to film an intro and an outro for this video very quickly because I am such a rookie at this whole YouTube thing that I did not film these prior to doing all the work that went into the middle of this video. In today's video, what you can expect is you are going to see how I, from start to finish, meal plan an entire week's worth of food for my family of 7, and how I stay on budget and how I set it all up to keep everything super simple and super easy in my home. So you have to keep in mind that I am a stay-at-home mom of 5 kids, and then I have my husband, and we have a lot. It's a lot of mouths to feed. We also have the 2 dogs and the cat, and I have 2 in diapers. Quinn's almost out of diapers, thank God, but she's still in pull-ups. And I babysit during the week, and then I have 3 kids in extracurricular activities and school, and there's just a lot going on. So in order to stay on budget, I have to be very purposeful in how I allocate the food money and how I plan my meals, and I'm also huge on not wasting, and you'll see a little bit more of that in the video. So stay tuned and watch and see what you think, and comment below and let me know if you do anything different or if you do anything that you think would help me, and also subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. The first thing I do is I go through all my cupboards and all my refrigerator, my freezers, everywhere, and I make a detailed list of everything that I have. So as you can see, I went into my small freezer and wrote down everything that I have. And I freeze my meat in different size packets. Like a small hamburger packet would be enough for something like Hamburger Helper or spaghetti or anything of that nature. And then I have large Hamburger Helper or hamburger packets, which would be like for burgers or tacos, something like that, where you actually need a lot more meat. But I went through and I wrote it all down of everything that I have in the freezer that will work for me, and then flip it over, and I have these are what I have as far as snack foods in my little snack area, and then this is everything that I have in my cupboard. So I have all of my canned goods. I only have 3 packs of Pop-Tarts left. It just shows you, I only have 1 box of taco shells left. And I went into my freezer and I wrote down, I only have a half a dozen eggs, I only have 4 apples. I just make little notes to myself, I have no gravy packets, and I only have 1 pot roast seasoning packet, but I do have 1.5 pounds of sugar. So I have all this food, and I'm going to take this list and I'm going to go ahead and plant it into my planner and actually plan out my meals. So I'm going to show you that step next. Okay, here is my planner, and I'm going to break it down for this. This is the current week that we're in, so I'm going to break it down how I planned the entire week out and try to keep it as simple as possible. So the first thing that I do with my planner is I write down all of my activities, appointments, who I'm babysitting, whether or not we have school, or what we're doing that particular day. So here's my babysitting kids schedule up at the top here. I'm having a yard sale this weekend here, and then these are my daughter's various lessons here, and then I'm doing a fundraiser on Sunday. So I've written that all out. That way I know when I'm going to be out of the house, when I'm going to be home, and who I'm going to be feeding. So on this particular day, I know that I have 3 kids in school. That's what this OLA is. Those are the 3 kids that are in school that day. OLA, 3 kids in school. OL, 2 kids in school, because my daughter is in preschool. And then Anna has a half day on Friday. That's her last day of school for the year. So that's how I know how many school lunches I need. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lunches I have to make this year. I put 10, but it's actually 11. So I know that I have 11 lunches, or I wrote 10, but I need 11 lunches. So that lets me know how many juice pouches I need to buy, how much lunch meat I need to buy, or if I'm going to send warm-ups, what I need to have for them. And that way I know approximately how much is going out there. Then I have, I know how many babysitting kids I have and when they're going to be here, because I feed the babysitting kids the same thing that I feed my kids. And the reason why I do that is because when you have kids eating different things at the table, they inevitably always want what the other kid has. So that's why I do that. So then down here at the bottom, I've broken it down into what I'm going to feed my family based on what's going on that day. And I've got all 3 meals written down, including snack. So BS for breakfast, L is for lunch, D is for dinner, S is for snack. And then what I've done is I went through and I took that original list that I had, that I showed you, everything that was in my freezer, and I planned out meals. So like I knew I always start with dinner because that's always the easiest, and that's a meal that's going to feed everybody. So I had a small hamburger on my list, so I made cooking spaghetti. I actually had two, so we're having a hamburger helper for this day. I had a pork tenderloin in my freezer, so that's going to be here. Tacos, because I had a large pack of hamburger in the freezer, and I have some leftover frozen Easter ham and some ham steaks that I'm going to make for dinner on Friday. And then on Saturday, I left it as like a frozen pizza day, but we might actually just go out to eat, depending. And the reason why I picked something so easy on a Saturday, normally I would cook a bigger meal, but I'm having a yard sale in the morning, so I know I'm going to be exhausted. And that's the same for these 3 days. These are all 3 like really easy meals that I can make. Nothing I plan this week is actually very involved because I know that I have so much to do this week. So this day, we know we have, don't mind my babies, they're hollering. On this day, we know that we are going to a cookout. So I know I'm responsible for the hamburger rolls, and I was going to make a homemade mac and cheese. We have pancakes for breakfast, which they're just frozen pancakes out of my freezer. And then I put hamburger helper for the evening. I probably won't eat again on Monday after that cookout because I'll have eaten so much during the day. But the kids will inevitably need something to eat. And then for Tuesday, that's actually the day that I'm filming right now. So you can see I have the 2 boys, I have 3 kids in school, I have lessons tonight starting at 5 o'clock. So that's why we picked spaghetti, which is an easy day. And then for breakfast they had toast. And for lunch today I have chicken nuggets, which I have some french fries in the fridge. And I'm having a salad. So I have frozen chicken breasts that I've cut up into pieces, and I cook them fresh, like I grill them on a pan fresh. And then I have soft pretzels for a snack because my daughter's been requesting those. So when they come home from school, we'll have soft pretzels. And then Wednesday, we're having that pork tenderloin with those side vegetables there, all written off my list. And I have hot dogs for the kids, and we had cereal, and again, I'm having a salad. I'm having a salad all week long. Toast and tacos. We have a snack of fruit. We have a snack of popcorn. Here on Friday is a half day for my daughter, so I don't actually have to pack a lunch for her because she'll eat at home. But we have toast and Pop-Tarts, we have chicken and salad, we have ham and cheese sandwiches, and that night we're going to have our ham, and we have fruit for a snack. And Saturday we're having grilled chicken or grilled cheese and chicken noodle soup because I have 2 cans of chicken noodle soup already in my cabinet. And we're having more of those frozen pancakes and popcorn. Now I also have cereal, which any day, like if I had a kid who doesn't want one of these meals, I don't make something separate for them. They have to have cereal, or if they don't want what I'm putting out for breakfast, they can have that. So that is what I look like in a week. That's a typical week for us, and that's how I meal plan out my week. Then what I do is I transplant my menu onto this magnetic board that's on the side of my fridge. So I have my entire week planned out right here on this menu board. It's a dry erase board, and you've already read the menu and you've already seen the activities, but you can see like I write out the activities, I write out the menu in the same form that I did in the planner. And the purpose of putting it in 2 places is, for starters, everyone in the house knows what we're eating. So this isn't a mystery, it's up here, they can see what's coming. And I might switch days around, like tonight I don't know if I'm really feeling spaghetti. I might have hamburger helper instead because we didn't end up eating that last night. We ended up having pizza, like frozen pizza. So I mean the days do flip-flop around, so it really depends. But I'm definitely having I know that I'm going to need to pull a small hamburger out of the freezer to start defrosting, so I'll do that in the morning and I'll lay it out for a while before I move it to a plate and put it in the fridge. And then that way it's defrosted and it's ready to go and doesn't take as long. You know, I don't have to go through the defrosting process in the microwave. But that's kind of why. And that way, like, I know tomorrow is Wednesday, I need that pork tenderloin out. Now that's a really big piece of meat, so I'll probably pull that out today and put it on a plate in the fridge, and then pull it out of the fridge, you know, in the morning before I go to cook that. That way it has more time to defrost, and that way it doesn't take as long. I think I'm going to do it in the crock pot. So it just helps me plan ahead, know what's coming, and I know like when it's time to feed the little guys lunch, because it's already 11:18 here, so we're creeping up on it's almost time for lunch, and I've got the list up there. We're having chicken nuggets. So I know that I'm going to need to pull out chicken nuggets, cook the chicken nuggets. Like, it just takes that extra step of having to figure out what's going on off of my plate, because I feel like all I do is think about food with this house. So with this household of people, it's just all about food all the time. So this little menu board, I got it on Amazon, and it's a magnet, like a full-blown just magnet. It magnetizes right to the side of my fridge. I absolutely love it. I'll try to link it below for you. You've seen my list for my cupboards and for my freezers, and you see that I've crossed off certain things that I have input into the menu. So that way I know next week I'm not going to have these things, and that's okay. Now I'll probably just throw this away because honestly I didn't do a very detailed list this week, so I'm not too concerned about keeping that. Normally I'll do a really detailed list and cross it off as I go, but I didn't do that this week. I was kind of in a hurry. And then here is my actual grocery list. You can see, like, I decided I want to pack frozen hash browns because my kids really love those. I needed hamburger and hamburger rolls for the cookout here. I needed salad, 1 pound of elbow macaronis for my homemade mac and cheese here. I needed salad for my salad that I'm going to have for lunch. I needed 2 bucks of Velveeta for my dinner here. Now, I don't need the pork tenderloin or the potatoes or the green beans. I have all those. I just needed the Velveeta. I did buy more potatoes, but I didn't need them. But I just got them just to say I need a frozen pizza for my meal here. So you see kind of how, like, I just go and I know what I need because I compare what I have and what I don't have. I put on this list. And then after I go through my whole menu, that's when I'll add the things like I know I need milk, I need half and half butter, bread, yogurt, berries, eggs, diapers, cat food, Clorox 2, sunscreen, lunch meat, Gatorade, and I needed a new cup for one of the babies because we lost it, so I wanted to replace it. So that you just see here, the list, and this is what I will take with me. This right here is what I'll take with me to the grocery store. And then I know I have purchased exactly what I need for the food that I need for this week only. And the point to being so meticulous with planning it out and then planning it out for a list is because I feel like I throw away way too much food. So I really just don't want to do that anymore. I feel like I throw away so much food a week that it is wasteful and it's just not good. So I did it this way. I do it this way to try to only cook exactly what I need, because if we run out of food in a meal, we could always substitute with some fruit or substitute with some cereal or toast or whatever. And I also will get, I'll know that I'm not out there buying things that I don't need, things in excess, and it keeps my budget in check. So now I'm going to show you how I prepare all the fruits and veggies after I buy them, because part of the way that I will waste produce is because I won't take the time to clean it and chop it and prepare it ahead of time. So now I'm going to show you how I do that. Here's a look at all the stuff I bought that I have to process today. I start by washing everything, of course, because, you know, it's been out there and dirty and exposed to God knows what. So I make sure that I wash everything off really well. And then I'm using kitchen shears to take all the broccoli florets off of the broccoli stems. So you'll see that it's just so much easier. And I also like to make them a little bit smaller, a little bit more bite size. And I like to roast my broccoli in olive oil in different seasonings, and I will sometimes do them in the air fryer even instead of just the oven if I want to not heat up the house. Then I take a clean paper towel and put it down in the base of the Tupperware container, and that just helps to absorb any extra moisture that maybe didn't come off of the broccoli after being washed and cut up. And everything was washed even if I do not show the washing process. Another thing that I absolutely love about getting all of my produce put into containers and washed ahead of time is that it makes it so much easier for my kids and even my husband to just get into the fridge and get the fruit out and eat it. And that encourages them to just eat better too, because it's so simple and so easy. This whole process usually takes me about half hour or 45 minutes. And now here come the strawberries. Guys, my kids eat strawberries like it is going out of style. I literally bought 5 pounds of strawberries on this particular occasion. And you'll just watch as I'm cutting them all up. And I even will cut them sometimes into fourths so that they're a little bit more bite-sized for the littles. But you'll see as I'm cutting, I kind of showed a little more footage. You could see all the tops of the strawberries just accumulating in a huge pile. One thing I want to mention really quick that I didn't mention earlier is that I only go to the grocery store once a week. It saves me time, it saves me gas, and it keeps me from buying extra things that I don't need that aren't on my meal plan. So here is all of my hard work come to fruition. So you could see all the different fruits and vegetables that I got on this particular shopping trip. We tried some pineapple and it's all ready. So now we're ready for snacks, we're ready for breakfast, we're ready for lunch as little side dishes. I'm ready with my salads, for the items that I need for my salads. And I also make smoothies, so I'm ready for those as well. We can just dump and go. It just makes life so much easier. Okay, so now I'm showing you a little bit of how I will prep my meat. I will buy my meat in bigger packaging and break it up into different meals. And you can see here that I've got burgers pre-made that I will freeze or use. I have the salad pieces of chicken put together. Off to the right of the screen, I have bigger packs of meat for tacos and spaghetti, and I actually mark the bags so that I know specifically what I am intending that amount of meat to be used for. That way there are no guesses later on as I am pulling things out of the freezer. So this grocery haul that I recorded today from start to finish is it costs about $230. And another part of this that I didn't show as I was recording it is that I will go through my coupons and I will cut coupons for things that I know that I need. So if I have, if I had cereal, like I had cereal on my list, I knew I needed cereal, so I got a coupon out for cereal, and I knew I needed diapers and wipes. I got coupons out for that as I could. You can print coupons off of a website called coupons.com. I'll link it below for you. And I just love that website so much because you can print up to 2 copies of each coupon, and then you can research it by brand title. I hope that this video helped you. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, I would love to have you share it if you found that this video was helpful. It does keep me in line because I can tell you that if I don't do as detailed a job as this, I can spend upwards of $350. Because what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll say, well, I'm going to make lasagna and I'm going to make, this meal and that meal, and I might not have any of the ingredients. So here I am buying all these ingredients. Things are falling to the bottom of the freezer. They're not getting used. So it's really important to use what's in your cupboard. Stick to your list, stick to your budget. It will keep you from eating out more because you are eating what's in your home and you have a plan. I find myself eating out when I'm going, oh my goodness, I've got da-da-da practice today. I completely forgot. I didn't pull anything out of the freezer. I have nothing quick that I can make easily. I'm going to just take them through the drive-thru, and that's just not healthy. It's not economical. So this really does keep me in line. It keeps me on track, and even this would work for you if you are a working parent, because if you know what's going in everyone's lunchbox, including your own, you've got it planned. And if you're the type of family, say you're cooking and you have leftovers that you're going to need to use to eat up. Leave a few nights blank here and there. I've seen people do meal plans, for 2 weeks out because they get paid bi-weekly. I just do it weekly because I honestly don't have enough room in my fridge to house everything that my family needs in a week, because I will buy upwards of 4 gallons of milk a week, and that takes up a lot of space. So you get what I'm saying. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope that you loved this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe and stick around. I will definitely be doing more meal plans and grocery hauls in a little bit less drawn out fashion, just to give some meal ideas. My kids are super picky, so we eat very basic and very simple meals because they just won't eat it. But maybe I can get into some of the things that I would actually make myself on days when I'm feeling a little bit more ambitious. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.